Archangel Michael says, "Beloved soul, there are rare moments when life slows down just enough for you to notice something deeper stirring within you. It is not loud. It does not interrupt your routine dramatically. It arrives quietly, almost gently, as if your own spirit is tapping on your awareness, asking you to pay attention. You may not have recognized it at first, but over the past days or weeks, you have felt a subtle pull inward. A feeling that something meaningful is forming beneath the surface of your thoughts. That feeling is not confusion. It is awakening. It is your inner clarity preparing to surface. Archangel Michael says, your heart has been processing more than you consciously realize. You have been reflecting on past experiences, reviewing decisions, reassessing priorities. Growth does not always happen in visible leaps, it often develops in thoughtful pauses. And you have been pausing more than before. Even in busy moments, there is a deeper layer of awareness beneath your actions. You are observing yourself more clearly. You are noticing patterns. You are recognizing what strengthens you and what drains you. This heightened awareness is not accidental. It is preparation. Beloved soul, sometimes you question whether you are moving fast enough, whether your progress is sufficient, whether you should have achieved more by now. But what you do not see is how much internal strength you have cultivated quietly. You have learned patience in situations that once made you restless. You have developed restraint in moments that once triggered reaction. You have chosen reflection over impulsiveness more times than you can count. These small decisions are shaping you profoundly. Archangel Michael says, the message your heart needs to hear right now is not about urgency. It is about recognition. Recognition that you are evolving in ways that are sustainable. Recognition that your path is not defined by comparison but by consciousness. Recognition that the stability forming inside you is more valuable than temporary excitement. There was a time when external approval mattered deeply to you. Now you are learning that inner alignment matters more. Beloved soul, you may feel moments of quiet introspection recently, as if you are evaluating your life with more honesty. You are no longer avoiding uncomfortable truths. You are willing to admit where growth is needed. You are also willing to acknowledge where growth has already happened. This balanced self-awareness is a sign of maturity. It allows you to improve without self-judgment and to celebrate progress without arrogance. Archangel Michael says, when your soul is ready to receive deeper truth, it does not demand dramatic change. It invites subtle adjustment. You may feel inclined to simplify certain areas of your life. You may feel drawn to calm environments. You may feel less interested in unnecessary conflict. These instincts are guiding you toward greater peace. Peace is not weakness. It is clarity choosing stability over chaos. Beloved soul, the transformation beginning within you is rooted in self-trust. You are learning to trust your intuition more consistently. You are recognizing when something feels aligned and when something feels forced. That discernment protects you. It guides your next steps without requiring constant reassurance from others. Archangel Michael says, do not rush beyond this awareness. Stay present in it. Let your understanding deepen naturally. The more you listen inwardly, the clearer your direction becomes. You do not need every answer today. You only need enough clarity for the next thoughtful step. Beloved soul, consider how differently you approach challenges now compared to before. Notice how you recover from disappointment more quickly. Notice how you analyze situations more calmly. Notice how you are less likely to assume the worst. These shifts are signs that your emotional foundation has strengthened. And a strong foundation supports lasting transformation. Archangel Michael says, there is something your heart needs to hear clearly: you are not lost. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are in a refining stage. Refinement does not always look impressive, but it builds resilience. Resilience prepares you for expansion. Beloved soul, allow this moment to settle within you. Let it remind you that growth does not require noise. It requires awareness. And you are more aware now than you have ever been before. This awareness is the beginning of the deeper clarity that will unfold in the next phase of your journey. Archangel Michael says, pause. Breathe. Reflect. What is forming within you is meaningful, and it deserves your attention without pressure. You are not being pushed. You are being gently guided. Archangel Michael says, beloved soul, what you are feeling lately is not random and it is not imagination. There is a subtle shift happening inside you, one that is difficult to explain but impossible to ignore. You may notice it in quiet moments when your thoughts slow down. You may sense it when you reflect on your past and realize that your reactions would be different now. You may feel it when something that once unsettled you no longer has the same power. This hidden shift is growth becoming stable within you. It is maturity settling into your spirit without demanding recognition. Archangel Michael says, you have crossed an invisible threshold. Not a dramatic one, not a loud milestone, but a quiet crossing. You are no longer who you were when certain fears felt overwhelming. You are no longer as easily shaken by opinions or uncertainty. Something inside you has strengthened. You are thinking more clearly. You are evaluating more carefully. You are responding with greater patience. These changes may feel subtle, but they are profound. Beloved soul, this hidden shift often begins when you stop seeking constant validation. You start trusting your own perception. You start honoring your boundaries without apology. You start choosing peace even when conflict tries to pull you in. This is not avoidance, it is wisdom. You are recognizing that your energy is valuable and not every situation deserves it. Archangel Michael says, the hidden shift also reveals itself in your relationships. You are noticing which connections feel nourishing and which feel draining. You are becoming less willing to tolerate patterns that diminish your clarity. This discernment does not come from judgment. It comes from self-respect. When you respect your own growth, you naturally gravitate toward environments that reflect it. Beloved soul, there was a time when you doubted your intuition. You second-guessed your instincts. You overanalyzed decisions because you feared making mistakes. But now you are beginning to trust your internal guidance more consistently. You may not always have complete certainty, but you have increased confidence in your discernment. This confidence reduces anxiety. It creates steadiness. Archangel Michael says, this hidden shift is also affecting how you view your future. You are no longer approaching it with the same restless urgency. You are allowing progress to unfold step by step. You understand that rushing does not guarantee better outcomes. Patience now feels powerful instead of passive. You are learning that preparation is just as important as action. Beloved soul, you may notice that you are less reactive to temporary setbacks. Challenges still arise, but they no longer define your entire emotional landscape. You recover more quickly. You assess situations more calmly. You search for solutions instead of dwelling on problems. This resilience is evidence of your transformation deepening. Archangel Michael says, do not underestimate the importance of this hidden shift. It is the foundation for visible change later. Internal stability creates external clarity. When your mind is calmer and your heart is steadier, your decisions improve naturally. And improved decisions shape improved outcomes. Beloved soul, allow this awareness to settle fully. There is no need to accelerate it. There is no need to prove it to anyone. Growth that is authentic does not require display. It expresses itself through consistency. Continue making thoughtful choices. Continue valuing reflection. Continue protecting your peace. Archangel Michael says, the hidden shift you feel now is preparation for deeper alignment. As you remain grounded in this awareness, your path will continue clarifying. You will recognize opportunities more easily. You will avoid unnecessary distractions. You will maintain emotional balance even during transition. Beloved soul, trust that this stage is meaningful. Trust that what feels subtle now will become visible later. You are not behind. You are not stagnant. You are stabilizing. And stabilization is powerful because it supports lasting transformation. Archangel Michael says, pause again. Breathe deeply. Acknowledge the shift. It is real. It is active. It is guiding you quietly toward the next stage of your growth. Archangel Michael says, beloved soul, there comes a powerful stage in your growth when clarity no longer appears occasionally but begins guiding you consistently. This is where you are now. The hidden shift you have been feeling is evolving into direction. You are no longer simply reflecting, you are understanding. You are no longer only observing patterns, you are adjusting them. Something within you has aligned more deeply than before, and that alignment is beginning to influence your decisions in quiet yet meaningful ways. Archangel Michael says, you may notice that choices that once felt complicated are becoming simpler. Not because life has fewer options, but because your values are clearer. When you know what truly matters to you, decisions lose much of their confusion. You are less distracted by temporary excitement and more attentive to long-term stability. You are less impressed by appearances and more drawn to authenticity. This clarity reduces inner conflict. Beloved soul, in the past you may have wrestled with indecision, replaying scenarios in your mind, worrying about outcomes that had not yet occurred. But now you are learning to evaluate situations with calm logic and grounded intuition. You are asking yourself different questions. Instead of asking what will impress others, you are asking what aligns with your growth. Instead of asking what feels urgent, you are asking what feels sustainable. This change in questioning creates better answers. Archangel Michael says, clarity directing your decisions also transforms your relationships. You are becoming more intentional about the energy you allow into your space. You are communicating more directly. You are listening more attentively. You are choosing connections that support your peace rather than challenge your stability unnecessarily. This is not isolation, it is refinement. When your inner world stabilizes, your outer world begins to reflect that order. Beloved soul, notice how your reactions have softened. When something unexpected occurs, you pause before responding. That pause is powerful. It allows wisdom to intervene before emotion dominates. You are practicing patience not because you are forced to, but because you understand its value. And patience strengthens discernment. Archangel Michael says, there is also a shift in how you approach ambition. You still desire progress. You still seek improvement. But your motivation is evolving. You are no longer chasing achievement for validation. You are pursuing growth for fulfillment. This internal shift ensures that your efforts feel purposeful rather than exhausting. Beloved soul, clarity also brings acceptance. You are accepting parts of your journey that once frustrated you. You are understanding that certain delays were necessary for your maturity. You are recognizing that some challenges built resilience you now rely upon. When you view your past with balanced understanding, you free yourself from regret. Archangel Michael says, as clarity strengthens, your confidence becomes quieter yet stronger. You do not need to declare it loudly. It expresses itself in steady choices. In consistent routines. In calm conversations. In firm but respectful boundaries. This kind of confidence lasts because it is rooted in self-awareness rather than external approval. Beloved soul, you may begin to feel more decisive about your future. Ideas that once seemed uncertain now feel worth exploring. Goals that once felt distant now feel achievable. This is not overconfidence, it is alignment meeting preparation. You have done internal work. And internal work supports external action. Archangel Michael says, allow clarity to continue guiding you. Do not rush it. Do not doubt it unnecessarily. The more you honor it, the stronger it becomes. Trust that each thoughtful decision builds momentum toward a life that reflects your values. Beloved soul, stay present in this stage. Recognize how far you have come from confusion into comprehension. From reaction into reflection. From uncertainty into intentional movement. This is not the final stage of your growth, but it is a significant one. Clarity is becoming your compass. Archangel Michael says, breathe deeply and acknowledge this progress. You are not drifting. You are directing. And direction, even when subtle, creates powerful forward movement. Archangel Michael says, "Beloved soul, once clarity has rooted itself within you, alignment begins reshaping everything around you." This is the stage where internal growth slowly but undeniably alters your external reality. You may not notice it in one dramatic moment. It unfolds gradually, like daylight expanding across the horizon. Conversations begin to shift. Opportunities begin to appear with better timing. Situations that once felt chaotic begin organizing themselves in ways that feel natural rather than forced. This is not coincidence, it is alignment expressing itself outwardly. Beloved soul, alignment changes how people respond to you. When you speak with steadiness, others listen differently. When you carry quiet confidence, others sense it without explanation. Your posture, your tone, your decisions, these subtle signals influence your environment. You are no longer reacting to circumstances, you are participating in shaping them. That participation creates momentum. Archangel Michael says, "You may notice certain doors opening without struggle." These doors are not random gifts, they are reflections of preparation meeting opportunity. Because you have clarified your priorities, you recognize which doors deserve your energy and which ones do not. In the past you may have pursued every possibility, fearing that saying no would limit you. Now you understand that selective focus strengthens outcomes. Alignment protects your time and directs your effort. Beloved soul, as your external world adjusts, some dynamics will naturally fade. Certain distractions lose their appeal. Certain conversations no longer interest you. This is not loss, it is refinement. When your inner standard rises, your surroundings adjust accordingly. You are becoming more intentional about where you invest your attention. And attention is one of your most valuable resources. Archangel Michael says, alignment also transforms your daily routines. You may feel drawn toward healthier patterns, more consistent habits, clearer organization. These changes may seem small, but small adjustments accumulate into powerful results. When your environment supports your growth rather than competes with it, progress feels smoother. You are designing a life that supports stability. Beloved soul, alignment affects how you approach challenges as well. When obstacles arise, you no longer interpret them as personal attacks. You view them as information. You ask what can be learned. You evaluate options calmly. This approach reduces emotional exhaustion. It strengthens problem solving. And it reinforces resilience. Archangel Michael says, as alignment continues, your relationships become more balanced. You are clearer about expectations. You are more honest about boundaries. You are more willing to express appreciation. This balance creates trust. Trust deepens connection. And deeper connection strengthens support systems around you. You are building relationships that reflect your values. Beloved soul, financial and professional areas may also begin shifting. Not necessarily through sudden windfalls, but through wiser decisions. You are thinking long-term. You are planning with care. You are assessing risks thoughtfully rather than impulsively. These practical adjustments create security. Security builds confidence. Confidence fuels further growth. Archangel Michael says, "Do not underestimate how powerful this stage is." When alignment reaches your external world, it signals integration. Your inner beliefs and outer behaviors are cooperating rather than conflicting. This cooperation reduces stress. It increases clarity. It produces measurable change. Beloved soul, you may begin to notice that life feels lighter. Not because responsibilities disappear, but because resistance decreases. You are no longer fighting yourself internally. That internal peace allows external progress. When your thoughts and actions agree, momentum builds naturally. Archangel Michael says, "Remain patient with this unfolding." Alignment does not require haste. It requires consistency. Continue making grounded decisions. Continue honoring your values. Continue refining your focus. Each consistent step strengthens the transformation already underway. Beloved soul, you are not waiting for life to change, you are participating in its change. This realization empowers you. It reminds you that growth is collaborative. Your awareness, combined with steady action, shapes outcomes. And that shaping has already begun. Archangel Michael says, "Breathe deeply and observe how your world is subtly responding." The changes may be quiet, but they are real. You are moving from intention into manifestation, not through force, but through alignment. Archangel Michael says, "Beloved soul, once alignment has settled into your external world and stability begins to feel natural rather than forced, a new phase quietly approaches." Stability is not the final destination, it is the foundation. And once a foundation is secure, expansion becomes possible. You are entering a stage where growth no longer feels chaotic. It feels supported. It feels intentional. It feels sustainable. This is important because expansion without stability creates stress, but expansion built upon stability creates confidence. Beloved soul, you may begin noticing that your capacity is increasing. Tasks that once overwhelmed you now feel manageable. Responsibilities that once drained you now feel structured. This is not because life has reduced its demands, it is because your internal organization has strengthened. When your thoughts are ordered and your priorities are clear, your energy distributes more efficiently. Efficiency produces progress. Archangel Michael says, "Expansion often begins with vision." You may find yourself imagining possibilities that previously seemed unrealistic. You are thinking beyond survival. You are considering advancement. This shift in perspective signals readiness. When your mind begins to stretch, your actions follow. Expansion is not about sudden leaps. It is about gradual widening of what you believe is possible. Beloved soul, your communication is also expanding. You are expressing yourself more clearly. You are listening more attentively. You are articulating boundaries without apology. This maturity in dialogue strengthens relationships. Strong relationships support expansion. You are no longer shrinking your ideas to fit into limited spaces. You are seeking environments that match your growth. Archangel Michael says, expansion also appears in how you use your time. You are becoming more strategic. You recognize that consistency produces compounding results. Small daily improvements accumulate into measurable transformation. You are investing effort where it produces lasting value rather than temporary validation. This discipline protects your momentum. Beloved soul, financially and professionally, expansion may manifest through new skills, improved planning, or broader networks. You are not chasing growth recklessly, you are cultivating it carefully. Each step builds upon the previous one. Each lesson strengthens your competence. This type of expansion feels calm because it is structured. Archangel Michael says, do not confuse quiet expansion with insignificance. Growth does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it is visible only in hindsight. Months from now, you may look back and realize how much stronger you became during this season. Strength often develops gradually. Beloved soul, emotional expansion is equally significant. You are becoming more resilient. You recover from disappointment more quickly. You interpret setbacks more rationally. This resilience protects your vision. When emotional balance supports ambition, you sustain progress longer. Archangel Michael says, expansion requires courage, but not reckless courage. It requires steady confidence. Continue trusting the process. Continue honoring your values. Continue refining your goals. Each decision aligned with stability increases your reach. Beloved soul, you are not expanding to impress others, you are expanding to fulfill potential. There is a difference. Fulfillment creates satisfaction that external praise cannot replicate. When your growth aligns with purpose, it energizes rather than exhausts you. Archangel Michael says, breathe deeply and acknowledge how far you have progressed. Stability once felt distant. Now it supports you. Expansion once felt intimidating. Now it feels achievable. This transition marks maturity. You are no longer reacting to life, you are designing it. Beloved soul, remain patient as expansion continues. Growth does not require urgency. It requires consistency. Each day of focused effort builds a stronger future. Trust that what you are building now will sustain you long term. Archangel Michael says, you are entering a chapter where opportunity meets preparation. Continue forward with calm determination. Expansion built on stability creates lasting transformation. Archangel Michael says, beloved soul, there comes a moment in every true transformation when growth is no longer only about you. It begins to ripple outward. The stability you built, the clarity you gained, the expansion you embraced, all of it begins shaping the world around you. This is the stage where personal progress becomes meaningful influence. Not loud influence. Not dramatic influence. But steady, undeniable impact. Beloved soul, impact does not require a stage or an audience. It begins in everyday interactions. The way you speak with patience. The way you listen without interrupting. The way you respond with composure instead of impulse. These small behaviors quietly alter environments. People feel safer around steadiness. They trust consistency. Your inner work is now benefiting others. Archangel Michael says, you may notice that others seek your advice more often. They sense your grounded perspective. They observe your balanced reactions. This is not accidental. Growth attracts attention, especially when it is authentic. You are becoming someone whose presence brings clarity into confusion and calm into tension. Beloved soul, impact also appears in your professional and creative spaces. Your improved discipline strengthens outcomes. Your strategic thinking improves decisions. Your reliability builds credibility. Over time, credibility creates opportunity. People support those they trust. Trust is built through consistent integrity. Archangel Michael says, true impact is sustainable because it is rooted in values. You are no longer acting to prove yourself. You are acting from understanding. When action flows from understanding, it carries depth. That depth resonates. And resonance builds lasting influence. Beloved soul, remember that impact does not mean perfection. You will still face challenges. You will still encounter moments of doubt. But now you navigate them differently. You recover faster. You analyze more clearly. You grow through difficulty rather than shrinking under it. That resilience inspires others more than flawless success ever could. Archangel Michael says, your journey has equipped you to lead by example. Not through authority, but through behavior. Not through volume, but through steadiness. When others witness calm decision-making during uncertainty, they learn. When they observe patience during frustration, they absorb that example. Influence spreads quietly. Beloved soul, impact also strengthens your own fulfillment. There is a unique satisfaction in knowing that your growth contributes beyond yourself. When you uplift environments simply by being centered, you recognize the value of your transformation. This recognition deepens gratitude. Archangel Michael says, stay humble in this stage. Continue learning. Continue refining. Impact expands when humility protects it. The moment growth becomes ego-driven, it weakens. But when growth remains service-oriented, it strengthens. Beloved soul, reflect on how far you have come. From uncertainty to clarity. From clarity to alignment. From alignment to stability. From stability to expansion. And now from expansion to impact. Each phase prepared you for this one. Nothing was wasted. Every lesson contributed. Archangel Michael says, this is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of sustained influence. You are no longer simply reacting to life, you are contributing to it. That contribution may be quiet, but it is meaningful. It shapes families. It shapes teams. It shapes communities. And over time, those ripples travel further than you can see. Beloved soul, breathe deeply and acknowledge this transformation. You are stronger than you were. Wiser than you were. more grounded than you were. Your growth has substance. And substance creates impact. Archangel Michael says, continue forward with steady conviction. Let your actions reflect your clarity. Let your discipline reflect your stability. Let your expansion serve a purpose larger than yourself. This is lasting transformation. You began this journey searching for direction. You now stand as someone capable of providing it. That is impact. And it will continue unfolding as long as you remain aligned. That if you feel this journey from clarity to impact within you, type Amen and carry this steadiness into your daily life. Your transformation is no longer private. It is quietly shaping the world around you.